After 3 consistent years of being on self-improvement, here is all of my knowledge squeezed into 3 minutes. Let's go. The goal is the journey. You don't want to focus on the end destination, you want to focus on the steps that you take towards that target. Because we always desire the end outcome and the result. But in reality, once you get what you want, there's always more out there to get. Because there's always going to be more problems out there and more desires that you're going to develop as you experience things. Wake up early and work on something you love. One of the biggest habits that have genuinely changed my life is waking up at 5 a.m. and just getting straight to work. It can be anything that has to do with my personal brand work, and I just love it. Plus, it's literally the best way you can start your day. And then when 8 a.m. hits or 9 a.m. hits, you've already done like 3-4 hours of work, which makes you ahead of the 99% of bots out there. Expect disappointment and you will never be disappointed. Don't get your hopes too high because you're going to get disappointed no matter what. Your standards must be a little bit lowered in order for you to experience the reality of things. And that is exactly why you will never figure everything out. We go through life trying to stress about this problem and we make it so meaningful to us that we have to solve it, we have to figure it out. But sometimes the point of all of our problems is to just go through it day by day, building brick by brick, trying to enjoy all of our struggles in a way. Because as long as you forge your own path and avoid being average and mediocre, you will find fulfillment in yourself, and you don't need anyone else's approval for that. Because if I was the only person in the world, this is what I would do to keep my life meaningful. Which is also why you need to love God in order to love yourself. We always think that it's this humongous challenge to love ourselves and appreciate ourselves and give ourselves credit for everything. A lot of young men out there like to approach it in the masculine way, you know, avoiding any emotions, but in reality you need to be able to express those. And what I do is I talk to God because I don't have anyone else to talk to. Another thing to help you appreciate yourself and your life more is to keep yourself busy so you can reduce all the bad habits. Let's be real, we've all done bad habits. Like, let's be completely transparent, I've done a lot of shit in my life. So the only solution basically to replace any bad habit is just to replace them with better habits. And sometimes stressing ourselves out with these habits is necessary for us to move on from relapsing from our old bad habits. So whatever you're curious with, make sure to chase that shit as much as you can. Whether it's starting a business, making videos, do whatever you want, but just keep yourself so busy to the point where you have no time to play games, to watch porn, and etc. Which also leads to setting your own balance. The reality is your balance can be my imbalance. My daydream can be your nightmare. So whatever the life that you want for yourself, you can literally create it today by setting the balance between work, life, friends, relationships, and everything else. As long as it makes you happy and fulfilled, then you've found your balance. Besides defining your balance, you should also define your own success. This is where you set smart goals for yourself, smart targets. And don't get me wrong, your goals will change like every month or so. So don't take your goals too seriously, which is why in the beginning of this video, I told you the goal is the journey. But as long as you define what success and what happiness and what all of this means to you, and you genuinely like write it down on computer or hand and paper, this is what I want, and you list every single thing, that will keep you on track. And that is how you win the game of life, by playing the game of life.